Today I have one of my absolute favorite meals and recipes for meatballs, a Mediterranean style meatball with eggplants in a nice tomato sauce. This recipe is so crazy good and ridiculously easy. In fact, it's so easy, the meatballs have two ingredients. One of them is the ground beef. That's how easy it is. So let's get right to it. To start us off, I'm doing 1 pound of lean ground beef. Now the trick to this recipe, or the flavor profile behind this, is roasted red pepper paste. You can find it just about anywhere and it is absolutely delicious. You got the beautiful flavor of roasted red peppers plus a whole bunch of herbs and spices in it. In the Middle East and North Africa, they call it harissa. Other places, they use it in Hungary. They use it all over the place. The Italians even have something like this out of tomatoes and peppers together. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, very simply, I'm just going to take this. I'm literally going to do 2 tablespoons of this stuff for a pound of ground meat. So that's the only thing that's in this. And all I'm going to do is just mix this up real quick. And already the smell in here, oh my gosh. Now I'm using like a medium one. You can use a spicy or a milder version. That's totally fine too. So I'm gonna take now I got a meatballer here, and all I'm gonna do is just start making them or forming them into little balls. I will tell you a tip though, when you're doing meatballs and you need to like kind of brown them, I would form my meatballs first before you actually put your pan on, because once you start forming your first meatball and frying it, by the time you get to the end, half of your meatballs are going to be done, the other half are going to still be cooking. So we want this to finish fairly uniformly. And with one of these little things, you can't go wrong. It does it in like absolutely no time. All right, so my balls are done, ready to go. I'm gonna pop these on a medium-high heat. Time to get the show on the road and start frying them up or start browning them. Now, a trick as well, wet your hands a little bit before you start molding your balls, and the meatballs won't stick to your hand.
With you, I can be sad with you.
All right, and that's the last of my meatballs going in. They're all looking really good. Just give those a little roll around there. So now my meatballs are well on their way. They're frying up, browning, doing their thing. While this is going on, we need to plan ahead. And the next part of this is the aubergine or the eggplant. 1 eggplant will do for this. Very easy. Now you can cut this any way you like. You can take it right down the middle and half it and just literally score it. Cut it into strips and then do thirds. And now that we've third our eggplants, cut the pieces of those thirds in half. So they're almost like stew-sized chunks. The next thing, I'm going to literally just take these eggplants and just put them over into my pan. Just evenly distribute them. That's all you need to do. These are going to wilt down as well once they start cooking, and they're actually going to shrink in size. Very, very hearty meal, believe me. Now, in terms of the base for my sauce, it is going to be a tomato sauce, tomato-based sauce. I'm just going to lop off the tops of these tomatoes and throw them in my food processor. I'm going to take a little bit of salt in here. I'm going to do some fresh cracked black pepper, as well as at this stage of the game, I really want to incorporate a little bit of extra flavor by throwing in some of my Greek oregano. And for this, you're going to do about half a teaspoon, as well as one more little thing that I'm looking for. And that's a little bit of allspice. Just a kiss. Like I'm talking half a teaspoon as well. It's gonna give that background earthiness to this. Gonna be absolutely fantastic. Let me just throw that on there and just let it do its thing. All right, look at this now. This thing is like, it's become like a slurry. Literally, it's like a tomato like Slurpee. And just take this and just pour it all in there. Just like that. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely fantastic, man. That's the whole thing I'm looking for. Now this in itself will deepen and richen as it cooks down. Now this will take roughly about 20-25 minutes to cook down. In that time, I'm going to use a little bit of basmati rice. Greeks use like the long grain, regular white rice. I like to use basmati. It's my favorite rice. Use whatever you got. This dish will also work well with couscous. So if you want to use that as well, totally fine. All right, so now, being about half an hour since my beautiful meatballs and my eggplant has literally come down to half. It's thickened up, it's tight, it's gorgeous. I'm a happy guy. So time to plate this up. Real simple, very simple presentation. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna take some rice. I've made some rice. You can serve this with couscous. You can serve this even with pasta or a little bit of like that Greek crusty bread. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna take this, just take a little bit of rice here. Plate it up. Da-da-da. That's awesome. Let me just leave that here actually. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna put in here is top it off with my sauce. And I've been waiting for this. Wow. Get some meatballs on there. Gotta get some eggplant. And just let it go, let it fall wherever it may go. No big deal, but look at how gorgeous that looks. Look how thick the sauce is. It is incredible, absolutely incredible. Next, a little bit of cassetti. I've been on a cassetti cheese hit lately, and you know what? It is definitely worth trying if you can find it. Cassetti is a sheep's milk cheese. It's tangy, it's sharp, and it has an excellent melting point. So if that's your thing, go for it. And just do long strokes, just like that, just a little bit, just a kiss over everything. Make sure that you want to be able to still see what's going on here. Then I'm just going to take some parsley. And although Greeks, we don't garnish, things, I still want to make it seem like, I got a little bit of an effort in. So just some parsley, just like that, from a height. And then some of my Greek extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit. And that, my friends, is a meal that will make you and everybody else very, very happy. So, no time like the present. I'm going to try this out now. Wow. Let me just see this here. Take a little piece of rice and some eggplant here. Look at that bite. That's a nice bite. Oh, look how hot that is. That sauce is so perfect. The eggplant is so tender. It becomes like cream in your mouth. That is so, so delicious. I'm trying one of these meatballs. Wow. Remember, these are the meatballs that have two ingredients in them: ground meat and the roasted red pepper paste. That is so damn good. Oh my God. flavor galore. The meatball is still juicy. It is absolutely fantastic. A great meal. Absolutely a great meal, my friends. So that's it for this episode on my 2-ingredient meatballs, Mediterranean style meatballs with eggplant and a nice tomato sauce. I serve this with rice. You have options. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time in this. Hopefully you liked this. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for this recipe and so many others. Also, check me out online as well at kensgreektable.com. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, there is no better time to cook than now, especially with what's going on now. Thanks again. Much love. Bye for now.